powered by Get Quick Loans from Tata Capital. Volkswagen Verter.
Khalistan fire reignites in Punjab. Radicals go on rampage. Amritpal Singh dares. Punjab government and police surrender. Return of anarchy in Punjab.
Hello and welcome. You're watching India First. I'm Gaurav. Sawant. The situation remains extremely grim in Punjab. The situation is actually alarming. Pro-Khalistan leader of Varis Punjab, the Amritpal Singh, in short, that his supporter Lovepreet Toofan, was released from custody after a mob with swords and guns attacked the Ajnala police station. But this isn't the first time that police have been targeted by a mob in Punjab. Police now claim that an investigation is underway. Law and order will be maintained. But does this not show abject surrender by the Punjab police? We will have the Additional Director General of Law and Order of Punjab Police joining me on the show. But before that, this report.
He led a violent spectacle. Carried Shri Guru Granth Sahib in a bus during the showdown. That's how Khalistani ideologue Amritpal Singh took the state police off guard when he mobilized thousands of his supporters to storm a police station in Amritsar district. The Bhagwant Mann government buckled under pressure. The Punjab police on Friday released Khalistani leader Amritpal Singh's close aide Lovepreet Toofan.
देखो जी, ये रोज़ तुसी सारे वेखदे हो सैपरेट स्टेट ਜਦੋਂ ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੱਕ ਆਪਾਂ ਗੁਲਾਮ ਰਵਾਂਗੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਗੁਲਾਮੀ ਦਾ ਅਹਿਸਾਸ ਕਰਾਇਆ ਜਾਵੇਗਾ ਤੇ ਓਬਵੀਅਸਲੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਰਾਜ ਭਾਗ ਆਪਾਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਵੱਖਰਾ ਮੰਗਦੇ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗੀ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼.
It's a tremendous loss of face for the police force. The release followed open threats by Amritpal Singh. Amritpal had even set a deadline. Flout it and you will have to deal with the consequences, he had declared.
ਇੰਨੀ ਸਪਰੈਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਕੋਲ ਵਾਇਲੈਂਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਰਾਹ ਕੋਈ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਚਦਾ ਔਰ ਉਹ ਵਾਇਲੈਂਸ ਬੜੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ. ਸਾਡੇ ਝੰਡੇ ਲਾਉਣ ਤੇ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਂ ਲੈਣ ਤੇ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਡੇ ਜਿੰਦਾਬਾਦ ਕਹਿਣ ਤੇ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਜੇਲ੍ਹਾਂ 'ਚ ਡੱਕਣਾ, ਸਾਡੇ ਤੇ ਝੂਠੇ ਪਰਚੇ ਕਰਨੇ, ਨੌਜਵਾਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕੁੱਟਮਾਰ ਕਰਨੀ, ਫੜੋ ਫੜਾਈ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸੋ ਵੀ ਰਾਹ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੀ ਹੈ.
The Punjab administration has come under opposition fire for its handling of Amritpal Singh. The BJP accused Punjab's AAP government of fanning communalism to bring the entire Sikh community under disrepute.
ये अरविंद केजरीवाल जो कि रिमोट कंट्रोल से पंजाब को चला रहे हैं, ये उनकी खुद की एक डिज़ाइन की हुई जो 1980 के दशक में कांग्रेस की एक डिज़ाइंड कॉन्स्पिरेसी थी, एक मोडस ऑपरेंडाई थी कि पंजाब के पहले जो भावनाएं उनको उत्तेजित करो, फिर उन लोगों को खुला छोड़ो, फिर मारपीट करके उनको जेलों में बंद करो और फिर देश को ये संदेश दो कि हमने पंजाब में आतंकवाद खत्म किया है, हमें वोटें डालो.
Former Punjab Chief Minister Amrinder Singh questioned Amritpal Singh's motive behind taking Guru Granth Sahib to the protest site. In a statement, he termed it collapse of law and order in Punjab and warned Pakistan could exploit a situation like this.
एक FIR हुई, उसके एवज में ये लोग इधर आए. They have given some proofs also. So अब इनसे बातचीत हुई है and asset is formed and the person who was arrested, they have given enough proofs that he's innocent. So the sit is taking the cognizance of that thing and ultimately जो ये लोग अब peacefully disperse हो जाएंगे and law will take its own course.
The violent protest may have eased for now, but not the political fire over it in Punjab. Bureau Report, India Today.
Is this abject surrender by the state? Can sword and gun-wielding men hold the police to ransom? And why is the state looking so weak? down on its knees. We have a power-packed panel on the show, but first I want to quickly cut across to Arpit Shukla, Additional Director General Law and Order of the Punjab Police, joining me on India Today. Mr. Shukla, is this not the state, the police surrendering to lathi and gun-wielding mob that threatens the police and attacks the police station, sir? Their aim was to secure the release of Lovepreet Toofan, accused of abduction, and the police buckled under pressure.
No, it's not like that. In fact, Rahulji, I would like to put the facts straight. After this case was registered on 16th, we had received a petition stating that this man who has been arrested has been falsely implicated in this case, after which it was the inquiry was marked to a senior officer, and yesterday also, after the protest, they gave certain evidences to prove that this man was not present where this fight took place, and keeping this in view by the SIT, he was released today, but it was a very unfortunate incident. I agree with you.
Unfortunate, no doubt, but is it for the courts to decide that? Is it for the police to decide that? Because 6 police personnel were injured in the violence. The Ajnala police station was attacked by these sword and gun-wielding men. So has a single person been taken into custody for that violence?
We are examining all the electronic and other evidences. Our senior officers are there camping at Amritsar, and they are looking into all the aspects, and legal action will be taken shortly.
But can the police actually get away by saying that this Amritpal Singh took the shield of the Suroop of the Guru Granth Sahib, and that is why the police did not act? Did the police actually have no intelligence that such a large mob was gathering, that too with weapons, with swords, with guns, and then targeting the police?
Actually, I would like to tell you that before they started this demonstration, they had a talk with the local police, and they had assured the local SSP that wherever the police will stop them, they will stop, and it will be a peaceful dharna. When they started, they all of a sudden they brought Palki Sahib and Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji with them, and that was the reason why Punjab police used restraint and to ensure that there is no damage or sacrilege to Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji.
Okay. But the opposition is very clearly saying that the Bhagwant Mann government has surrendered to pro-Khalistan elements. They're saying that there is complicity and the police buckled under pressure.
Rahulji, I can only tell you that Punjab police has a very glorious background. We have fought terrorism, we have fought gangsters, we have fought drug smugglers, we are a border state, and it is considered to be one of the best forces in the world. And definitely we'll rise to the occasion, and we'll ensure proper law and order and peace in the state.
Okay. The fear, Mr. Shukla, is that a spark neglected burns the house. Police stands accused of buckling under pressure, and the apprehension is that this will further embolden the pro-Khalistan elements. They've targeted the police before. They may target the police once again.
I can only tell you that Punjab police is competent to handle all kind of situations, and we are capable, and we will handle all situations as and when they arise.
Okay, sir, you sound confident, but look at what's happening on ground, and we're playing out those images of the police retreating as a mob charges with lathis and with swords and guns in their hands. And this isn't the first time, so the police was also targeted earlier on the 8th. So, who are these people? Who is Amritpal Singh? Who is Lovepreet Toofan? What are their connections? What are their connections overseas? Do you think that this is a much bigger problem than with assistance from overseas?
I can only tell you, I'm not particularly about this incident, but as generally speaking, Punjab has been on the radar of so many forces which try to destabilize the state. And again, as I told you, we are competent to handle all situations.
Fair enough, Mr. Arpit Shukla, for joining me here on India Today. Many thanks. Wish you all the best in tackling such elements. You know better than I, a spark neglected burns the house. But let me now throw this open for a wider discussion. We have the most authoritative panel on Punjab joining me on India Today. Kanwar Sandhu is a senior journalist, of course, former Aam Aadmi Party leader. Manjinder Singh Sirsa is a BJP leader who joins us on the show. Shashikant is former Director General of the Punjab Police. And Akil Khan is an analyst, will also give us the Aam Aadmi Party perspective on the show. I want to begin by asking you, Mr. Sandhu, in your appreciation, and few people understand Punjab better than you, was this abject surrender by the state in front of the mob, and if so, why?
Gaurav, in my opinion, I won't address your question directly, but I think this particular incident that happened in Ajnala, it was grossly mishandled. I think it was grossly mishandled from the very beginning. For example, this person, Lovepreet Singh Toofan, was taken into custody. He was taken into custody. He was sent to jail. And then a mob gets together, the mob attacks the police station. They were able to take over the police station. And then the police promised to the mob that we will get this person released. Now, this is not the way to function. This raises numerous questions. One, why was this gentleman taken into custody? Was he taken into custody wrongly? If he was taken into custody wrongly, then is somebody being punished for that? And if he was taken into custody legally and lawfully, then how was the police able to, or why did the police officers promise to the mob that he will be released? After all, there has to be a rule of law. So I think, in my opinion, this reflects very, very poorly. Though I heard Arpit Shukla say that there is a very professional force, but definitely in this particular case, it doesn't look like that the force acted professionally. I think they mishandled the whole episode, and I think it's going to give a very poor message about the Punjab police, and it will definitely embolden a lot of elements who may be targeting the state or the people or the police.
Okay, Manjinder Singh Sirsa, Aam Aadmi Party leaders claim that the situation was handled well. You heard Aam Aadmi Party ministers earlier today saying that police took blows on themselves but did not let this violence escalate, and many more lives were saved. So is this tactical mishandling by the police, or is this a wider conspiracy?
No, this is much wider conspiracy. Not just a wider conspiracy, it's a very well planned, a designed conspiracy. The sole purpose is to put Punjab on fire, show the entire nation, see what's happening in Punjab, and then the way Congress did in 90s, 80s, and then will rose as a masiha of crushing this entire violence of Punjab and showing Arvind Kejriwal as the masiha of this nation, and then saying कि देखो मैंने पंजाब का आतंकवाद खत्म कर दिया, मैंने पंजाब के अंदर वायलेंस को खत्म किया, मुझे देश वोट दे. The same modus operandi was adopted way back in the 80s by the then Chief Minister, then the Prime Minister and the Congress President. And for that reason, you know what entire Punjab and entire nation has to pay for that. And same is now. See, they were well aware of one fact that day before yesterday, this gentleman has openly threatened Punjab police by saying कि अगर तुमने कल तक लवप्रीत को नहीं छोड़ा, हम घेराव करेंगे, हम तुम्हारे साथ जो भी वहां पे होगा उस चीज की तुम पुलिस जिम्मेवार होगी. अरे भाई, if they were so innocent and Lovepreet was so innocent, जब उसने अल्टीमेटम दिया तो आप तभी देख लेते कागज. उसको कागज देखने का आपको इतना शौक था, जिससे अभी आपको पता चल गया वो तो जी इनोसेंट था तो फिर 5 दिन तक आप उसको पुलिस कस्टडी में रखकर क्यों बैठे थे? और अगर इनोसेंट था तो आपने उसको अरेस्ट क्यों किया? And if he was accused, then what suddenly happened? And secondly, please, you need to understand one thing very importantly here.
Okay.
ये जो गुरु ग्रंथ जो अभी आप पंजाब पुलिस कह रही है, आपने दिन में भी उनकी अगर देखी हो पीसी व्हाट दे सेड कि गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी की इन्होंने आड़ में ये सब कुछ किया. तो गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब महाराज तो वहां से 150 मीटर दूर से उन्होंने गुरुद्वारा जो है वहां से लेकर चले. तो पंजाब पुलिस क्या कर रही थी? सो इट वाज ऑल प्री प्लान. पंजाब पुलिस सब कुछ होने देगी. ये सारा ड्रामा एक कैलकुलेटेड मूव थी. और मैंने जैसे
ड्रामा, इट्स अ कैलकुलेटेड मूव. द बीजेपी सेज अकील खान Bhagwant Mann government is being accused of this drama.
Please give me 10 seconds.
Okay.
No, 10 seconds. And you know what this man was saying there? This gentleman was saying, पंजाब सरकार तो बहुत अच्छी सरकार है. पंजाब सरकार को, आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार को बदनाम करने की कोशिश की जा रही है. Amritpal is giving this statement कि उसको बदनाम करने की कोशिश की जा रही है. Now Amritpal is also the spokesperson for Aam Aadmi Party and giving them वाजीवा सरकार को बदनाम करने की कोशिश की जा रही है.
Give me a moment and let me bring in Akil Khan, because Akil Khan, the Bhagwant Mann government is being accused of being soft on pro-Khalistan elements. Police and administration suffered for political gains for the Aam Aadmi Party, says the BJP.
Sirsa Sahab, irony, I would say. Punjab in the grind of a superficial Khalistan. That is, and I am approving your word that there is a conspiracy. Certainly there is a conspiracy just to create a problem for a smooth running Man Sarkar, and which is created development. There are many
smooth
kind
running,
of yes,
पुलिस वालों को पकड़ के पीट रहे हैं. 6 पुलिस वाले घायल हैं. पुलिस स्टेशन पर अटैक हो गया है. Smooth running.
Let me finish first. Police has acted very intelligently. They have controlled everything.
This is a smooth running government of Punjab. Punjab police पिट रही है वहाँ पे और ये smooth running government.
I am not told, I am not interfered in your talking, in your statement. I am not interfered. No, you must listen, have patience.
Fair enough. So you are saying it's smooth running.
I will again repeat.
No, you don't have to
Punjab is in the grind of a superficial Khalistan.
You think it's superficial?
Only fringe elements created by the people, those who don't want Punjab should develop.
Okay.
Punjab का विकास नहीं होना देना चाहते.
Let me bring in Shashikant.
Ended, all the things has come into right direction, and Bijli Pani Shiksha Saath, the Delhi model is being implemented there, and there are many jobs created in government organization, and the government has given so many jobs.
Police वाले पिट रहे हैं सड़कों पर. Okay. I have to get your audio down.
People were sitting idle for so many years.
Okay.
And I tell you,
let me bring in Shashikant.
What was you doing when RSS leaders were being killed since 2016? What you were doing?
Okay.
You were doing nothing.
All audio systems go down. Hold on. Hold on.
Is in
Hold on. अरे अकील साहब अब प्रवचन मत दीजिए, शांत हो जाइए अब. Shashikant ji, you have tackled Khalistan terror well. You know Punjab like the back of your hand. You've served there for over 4 decades. Sir, is Punjab sliding towards chaos and terror, or is this a bogey of Khalistan terror?
No, certainly I don't think it's bogey of Khalistan because the persons are trying to take it to that situation. Look, I take it as a conspiracy. There's a person called Amritpal living in Dubai, doing his business, but he's been picked up by God knows who. I'm sure time will tell. He's being brought here with a certain amount of halo around him. He comes and captures Deep Sidhu's empire. By empire, means his office and his organization. Then all of a sudden, this particular thing comes up. Like Arpit was saying that they had picked up the Swaroop of Guru Granth Sahib Ji from a nearby Gurdwara side. Why it was not stopped? Punjab intelligence should know what exactly were their plans. I know they had Punjabis that tried to kidnap me once, thinking that I was going to a political thing and trying to disrupt that. If I had that kind of intelligence, why couldn't they do it? And next, yes, this present government is slipping time over again. There is, I don't think that's like, I think Mr. MLA Saab has said that, that the FIR was registered. When the FIR is to be cancelled, there's a procedure, legal procedure.
There is a procedure that should have been followed. Absolutely. Kanwar Sandhu, that's the point I was coming to, sir. is there merit in the argument that Amritpal Singh is actually modeling himself on the lines of Jarnail Singh Bhindrawale 2.0, and it's the weakness of the state that will only embolden such elements?
Yes, I'll certainly agree to that. And one more last point I'll make. Certain persons are saying the central government should have intervened. I said yes, central government should have intervened. Why they didn't?
Okay.
They should have imposed president's rule here.
You're saying it's time to impose president's rule? It's a strong statement.
Aam Aadmi Party itself is saying central government should intervene.
Okay, one by one. Mr. Kanwar Sandhu, hold on.
Staring
Hold on.
in 2024. That's why all kind of this nonsense thing they are creating.
Kanwar Sandhu,
BJP.
I only want Kanwar Sandhu. Hold on. Akhil Khan, hold on.
Unnecessary.
Sir, speak when spoken to. My request is don't shout on the show. Do not shout on the show. Do not shout on the show. Kanwar Sandhu, is there merit? Is there merit in the argument that Amritpal Singh is modeling himself on the lines of Jarnail Singh Bhindrawale, and it's the weakness of the Bhagwant Mann government that will embolden him?
Well, that is very obvious, Gaurav. The way he's been built up, and also the way he walks, he talks, he conducts himself. It's very clearly he's trying to model himself on the lines of Jarnail Singh Bhindrawale. And there are a lot of similarities also in the sense that Jarnail Singh Bhindrawale initially did not belong to any political party. He headed the Damdami Taksal. Similarly, Amritpal does not belong to any of the political parties. He heads this organization called Varis Punjab, which was supposed to be started in the name of Deep Sidhu. And similarly, he's also indulging himself in Amrit Prachar. He's trying to educate people about the religion and so on and so forth. And even the kind of statements he's giving, he's exactly doing what son Jarnail Singh had started doing in 1979, 1980, 81. Now, I only hope, Gaurav, that the government does not make the mistakes that they made in 1980 and 81 and 82.
Yes.
The mistakes at that point of time were that they registered certain cases against Bhindranwale. They arrested him, then they released him. And nothing came out of those cases. And it appears the same thing is happening now. You register cases against Amritpal, against his supporters, nothing comes out, and finally those people are released. So I see a similarity between what is happening then and what is happening now.
Which is very alarming. Mr. Sandhu.
Gaurav, there are outside forces which are very clearly interfering in what is happening here. Now you have the Sikhs for Justice.
Yes.
Which is trying to stoke the fires now. And in those days, I remember, since I was covering Punjab in those days, you had something called the Council for Khalistan. This was something which was started by Jagjit Singh Chauhan and people like Balbir Singh Sandhu. Now, so I see a lot of similarities. So I think the government will have to be very careful in how they deal with Amritpal. It will have to be dealt with very carefully and lawfully as per the rule of law. Because if you can...
Very serious. Akhil Khan, do not shout. Do not shout. But my point is, Akhil Khan, do not shout. But it's a very serious topic. It's national security at stake, not politics. Do not indulge in politics on a very critical national security issue. Why not crack down on people like Amritpal Singh in case they're talking about Khalistan?
You see, you wanted to create another chaos unnecessarily. What will the repercussion of all this attack if you want to put the bullet over that? It cannot be. It should not be done because they were carrying the Guru Granth Sahib first of all, and that must have been respected. Otherwise, in whole Punjab, the situation would have been very bad. So this was a very intelligent decision by the police. This should not be treated with force. So they did rightly and they controlled it. What is the end result? End result is everybody has gone dispersed.
We do not know the end result.
Now the police
Stop
is
celebrating, sir.
Its own course
we
of
do not
action.
know. We do not know the end result.
Police is investigating and they are putting the FIR also against those who are responsible for creating all this kind of nonsense.
Manjinder Singh Sirsa, police should have been given better intelligence by the centre, guidance by the centre. It's a national security issue where the centre and the state need to be together, because politics like this could take us back to those dark days of Khalistan terror in Punjab.
See, if you remember, a couple of days back only, the Honorable Home Minister has given a statement that he is in constant touch with the state government. And if you remember, a month back, the Chief Minister met here in Delhi, the Honorable Home Minister, and he requested for few companies of police, of paramilitary forces, and he was given more than what he has asked for, first of all. Secondly, now, as gentlemen said, that they were carrying a pious swoop of Guru Granth Sahib, agreed. But what thereafter? Now you have released this
what action
Toofan,
government has taken?
Lovepreet Singh Toofan.
Akil Khan.
You have not registered any case against them?
Sir,
There is a
please
see.
what
What is
one by
doing
one.
here?
Akil Khan.
Why is he shouting
Akil
like
Khan,
this?
this
Is
is
this
not
the
one
way
of
to
those
debate?
The things can come.
Please try to make
let's
him
not
understand.
convert
This is
this
not the
into
way
a
to debate.
street-side
Please, I
brawl,
humbly
please.
request you. सर मैं आपसे हाथ जोड़कर विनती करता हूँ ऐसे मत करें प्लीज आप बात करें बड़ा
सर राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा का मुद्दा है सर कुछ तो संवेदनशील रहे इट्स नेशनल सिक्योरिटी
Give the concrete facts, na?
सो मेरी रिक्वेस्ट ये है
With evidence.
Today what you are
Sir, we are
doing,
looking at those concrete facts where policemen are being beaten up.
और ये आग आपके
And I'm
घरों तक भी
surprised you're not
जाएगी ये किसी
ashamed
को
of
छोड़ेगी
what's
नहीं
happening there.
ये
It has been controlled.
सी नॉट जस्ट बीटन अप आपको करपानों के साथ काटा पीटा गया डंडों से मारा गया कब्जा किया गया पुलिस स्टेशन के ऊपर और इतना कुछ होने के बाद पंजाब पुलिस चुपचाप बैठी है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी की तरफ से एक भी स्टेटमेंट अब तक नहीं आया पंजाब को लेकर भगवंत मान मुख्यमंत्री की तरफ से एक भी स्टेटमेंट नहीं आया देखिए यार ये देखिए क्या कर रहे हैं यार ये क्या कर रहे हैं प्लीज
If you allow,
I can leave the debate
This
if
is
you
a
want me to
very
leave.
crucial
I
national
cannot debate
security
like this.
issue.
Please, I cannot debate like
Unfortunately, this politics that
Sir, I
you're
cannot
witnessing
debate like
right
this.
here
You
on
want
the
me to quit? I
broadcast,
can quit the debate.
it is very unfortunate. This could actually lead to a spark neglecting burning the house. I'm really sad that even on this crucial national security issue, the centre and the state, they need to be together and such elements need to be dealt with. No, sir, the state government should have taken the strongest possible action as per law against such elements. We will track this story very closely. To all my guests, many thanks for joining me. Need to slip into a quick break here. News and updates continue on India Today. Stay with us.
All successful people worked hard, nothing comes easily.
Sometimes you need to just cross that mental barrier.
काफी प्रोसेस ओरिएंटेड
difference.
मैं जब दोनों मेडल को ले रहा था और मैं बोल रहा था कि दो ही है हमारे पास मेडल है इंडिया में और दोनों आज मेरे हाथ में है.
The very fact that you're opening the India Today conclave with a session on Olympic sport tells me that we've made progress.
In search of the smoking gun. The use of science in the field of law. Forensic evidence, a critical component of criminal investigations and prosecution. But an India Today probe has found how corruption and greed might have left it vulnerable to distortions. Some scientists at some of the country's top crime labs are caught promising false reports if paid off. Following a tip, our undercover reporters visit the forensic science lab at Varanasi. Suresh Chandra heads this facility as its deputy director. Our journalists posing as agents of a fictitious murder suspect met him twice. Suresh Chandra offered to manipulate the forensic report in favor of the man we told him was accused of poisoning his victim. This FSL chief demanded 10 lakh rupees for cleaning up the poison from record books.
उसमें पॉइजन ना निकले कुछ भी ना निकले
ये कल देख करके ही हम चीज़ बता पाएंगे.
हाँ
और उसका देखने सुनने का सारा फीस पड़ेगा आप समझ लीजिए. हमको 10 जो है 10 10,000 रुपये चाहिए सब फिर से कंप्यूटर वगैरह में देखने के लिए। नहीं, हम प्रोसेस थ्रू तभी करेंगे जब जो है वो जो रिक्वायर्ड फीस है वो दे देंगे।
अच्छा।
You heard the Deputy Director of Varanasi's Forensic Science Lab demanding 10,000 upfront to start the dirty work. Our reporters meet Suresh Chandra again at a luxury hotel in Varanasi the next day. The top officials of the zone's main forensic lab offers to set up a special team to forge FSL findings of viscera samples.
नहीं, मैं चाह रहा था 1.5 से 2 के। इसमें जो है उसके लक्षण बहुत हैं पॉइजन के, उसके नेल और लिप में नीला। अच्छा सर, अब जो भी आपके सामने नहीं वो आप पॉइजन के लक्षण हैं तो ऐसे में तो बड़ा मुश्किल है, तो नौकरी अपने दांव पे लगाएंगे एक्सपर्ट।
सर क्या किया जाए, इसको क्या बताया?
उसमें टीम बना करना पड़ेगा।
अच्छा।
अभी हम 2-3 आदमी।
अच्छा।
2 या 3 एक्सपर्ट डालें।
अच्छा।
Hello and welcome to the Business Today show. I am Udayan Mukherjee. Today we are going to talk about a very interesting product, one which we use in our everyday life, all of us do, but seldom think much about: mattresses. The Indian mattress market has come a long way from a few decades ago where it was just cotton products, those rolled cotton mattresses, and now it's foam and coir and very sophisticated products, and the company which has been at the forefront of it is the multi-decade-old Sheela Foam, through its brand Sleepwell, which is cornered about a 25% share of this growing market. And I'm very happy to have on the show today Rahul Gautam, Managing Director of Sheela Foam. Rahul, it's great to have you on the show, and thank you very much for finding time today.
Thank you very much then for having me. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. You know, your company is called Sheela Foam. It's named after your mother, Sheela Gautam, who most people in this country will remember as a parliamentarian for so many years from Aligarh. Does her value system still drive the core of your company, Sheela Foam?
Absolutely, and it's. I think it's not only now that they are driving, but they would probably drive forever. So she's been an extremely brave lady. I do not know how much background about her that you know. My father was in the army, and we kept moving all over the place, and she was a housewife. In 1969, he passed away, and that is the time when she changed to deciding what else to do, and business was something that happened by chance, and that went on. So at the age of 37, widowed, and she took on from there.
This runs in your family actually, Rahul, because it's not just your mother, Mohanlal Gautam. Your grandfather is one of the most respected freedom fighters of his time, right?
That's right. That's correct. So he was 17 years in the jail during the freedom movement, was a member of the Constituent Assembly, which wrote our constitution, and was probably one of the first General Secretaries of All India Congress. and then, of course, continued to be a minister in UP for many years, and then he was holding, before he passed away, was a member of Rajya Sabha.
I'm surprised that with such a lineage, you don't have political ambitions yourself.
It's a trick question at the moment. In fact, right now I'm coming from Aligarh, which was her constituency. Look, business and politics are way apart. They have completely different rules to play by. So I would say that the connections are not there, or you do not work in that area. But aspirations, I think somebody in the family would probably do it someday.
But not you. Okay, fair enough. But, sticking to the theme of, of the political aspect of it, the constituency, I wonder if you've given serious thought to making a product for the masses and hastening this transition that we're seeing from cotton mattresses to more sophisticated mattresses. I read that you were toying with the idea of a very low-end product, which could be a first point of transition for people who use cotton mattresses, and you've earmarked your Jabalpur factory for that. Could you tell us a bit more about it?
Sure, then. So, 60+% of the Indian population still sleeps on some kind of cotton mattresses or dharis or chatais, while the balance 30-odd% would be with some kind of a modern mattress. Now, these modern mattresses, of course, have started their journey from the metros and then Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 towns, and they are kind of progressing that way. However, it is this 60% plus that is a goal of the company to reach out to. Primarily on account of two things. One is the affordability of the product, as well as availability. That has been a question mark for many years. So this plant that we are putting up in Jabalpur, it comes with a completely different technology and would take care of both these issues of making the products, of letting them travel right up to the villages or a cluster of tehsils or block towns, and also make them affordable. And we expect to hit the price benchmark of the cotton, or just maybe a shade more. It's just our project has been delayed a little bit on account of first the COVID, and then some of the machine parts were to come from Ukraine. So that's been delayed, but we expect before the year gets over, we would be in production.
What is the price gap, you would say, between a cotton mattress, a fairly high-end cotton mattress, and a sophisticated mattress right now? And what is the sweet spot that you are trying to reach? What would the price per mattress be that would address or coax a cotton mattress user to move ahead or upgrade to a more sophisticated product?
So currently a mattress, and we are taking the normal standard 6x3 mattress, is a cotton mattress would be priced around 1,000 rupees or between 1,000 and 1,500, while a good, decent modern mattress would be priced at about 2,500. Gap is not so much, and that, of course, as I said, we expect to bridge it by the technology. It is the availability which is an issue. And just while I talk to you, my recent information says that the so-called cotton mattresses which are sold are also not of new, fresh, virgin cotton, but they are coming more from the spinning mills where the cotton waste is used. So the drawback there is that, of course, they wear out quicker, and they cannot be refluffed every year or so. Therefore, I think there is a very good case for resolving that issue and that problem, and we're just sort of itching to do that.
You think you'll manage to make an offering at under 2,000 rupees?
That is correct. It will be under that.
And what is this technology? I mean, because I feel curious. You're saying that it's a very novel, unique technology. So it's not going to be the coir foam combination, that kind of a mattress. You're using something which has not been used in the Indian market so far?
So it's not the inputs. It's the process, really. You see, normal foaming processes are done in an open atmosphere, and the foam also expands against the atmospheric pressure. If you take that same formulation and go to, let's say, a Kathmandu or go to a Nainital or a Shimla, you would get a different kind of expansion because the atmospheric pressure is less. So here the technology is that we are able to encapsulate the entire foaming machine into a submarine-like structure, control the pressure, but at the same time keep the process as continuous, which has the other advantages, which are the normal processes. So it is controlling it's called as the variable pressure foaming. We are probably the only ones in the world we use that, and we have a proprietary reservation on that, at least for the Australian subcontinent, as well as for the Indian and Southeast Asia. And we have one machine in Spain doing the same thing.
It's interesting to hear you talk about these countries, because we rarely talk about a product, a manufactured product in India, which is a player in the global space. I mean, I was speaking to Dilip Piramal of VIP a few weeks ago, and he was making the point that maybe they're in a position one day to challenge the dominance of Samsonite. They're already the number 2 player in the world. I mean, with your operations in Australia and Spain, and the opportunity to seed your products in the US, do you see yourself evolving into a global player, a truly global player over time, making Sleepwell a global brand?
So then there are 2 parts of our business. One is the manufacturing of foam in its various forms and applications that are needed for example, technical or normal comfort ones. And the other is the mattresses and conversion to the mattresses and pillows, and then kind of distributing them, etc. So as far as the foam part is concerned, manufacturing of foam is concerned, I would term that we, along with the technology that we use and the proprietary technologies that we use, along with all the formulations and the experiences that we have, about 60 odd years in Australia and 50 plus years here in India, I think we can, not that we can, but we are competing with the best in the world. And we should be able to take it to the places wherever we can, or as we kind of progress. The other product, which is the mattresses part of it, and the brand Sleepwell is concerned, you see there it's a consumer connect. The cultural part kind of comes in. We understand that in India, or we are getting more and more experienced in India. The other countries we are not so confident as yet. However, we have started expanding the Sleepwell brand and the mattresses at least to the neighborhood countries. So be it Nepal or Bangladesh or Bhutan, or right up to Middle East, Sleepwell is extending. But once that technology is well settled, it is reasonably well settled. Once it's well settled, we can make our forays into other places of the world.
Time for a break on the show, but we shall return to our discussion on mattresses with Rahul Gautam of Sheela Foam in just a minute.
Recently headed to the US to attend the prestigious Oscar Awards, which will take place on March 12, as the song from his remarkable film RRR titled Natu Natu has been nominated. He was spotted walking barefoot at the airport, and this has a spiritual take to it. Since he has taken Ayappa Diksha, Ram Charan will have to wear all black or saffron outfits and walk barefoot for 48 days. Meanwhile, ahead of the Academy Awards, the actor will attend a series of events in the States. He will make an appearance as a chief guest on Good Morning America, a popular talk show, making it yet another first for the actor. Ram Charan will even be one of the presenters at the prestigious 6th Annual Hollywood Critics Association Awards. The actor is currently basking high in the glory of S.S. Rajamouli's magnum opus, which also stars Junior NTR as the other lead. As far as his upcoming projects are concerned, Ram Charan has Shankar's upcoming film, which is tentatively titled RC-15, co-starring Kiara Advani in his kitty.
Welcome back. You're watching the Business Today show. I've been in conversation with India's largest mattress maker, Sheila Foam. Rahul Gautam, Managing Director, has been speaking to me. How do you see competition from the likes of Duroflex or, the Springwell, those kind of companies? I think you have about a 25% share in the market, but these companies that I mentioned have also been funded by private equity players. Do you see yourself maintaining your dominant position in the years to come in the face of growing competition?
So as far as soliciting any kind of public money was concerned, fortunately we were one of the first ones which started in 2016 when we listed ourselves. Though I must say that we did not do it for just for the funds part of it, but it was definitely for liquidity, it was definitely for attracting talent, it was definitely for bringing in more financial and discipline and inclination into the company. I'm surprised that it has taken at least 5 to 6 years, and maybe we can knock off 2 years of COVID before private equity players have started playing in this arena. Happy to note that Springwell and Duroflex are into that space and getting funded by private equity. I look at this as I look at it that we are all kind of co-suppliers to the market. Of course we do, compete, and there is all the halla about it, and the front end people would be doing it. But as a little larger or a bigger picture or a higher picture, we are just co-suppliers to the market. It's only 30% or so of the country which is sleeping on any of these modern mattresses, and out of that 20% is unorganized sector and 10% is the organized sector. So we are all in that 10% part of it, and there is a constant movement from the unorganized to the organized, and then again from the cotton areas to the unorganized. So that process, the market is big and huge, and I would say that everyone is most welcome to do it, but as long as they continue to sort of do their good bit part, there is. I would hate to say there's no competition, but I would say that it's more of course applying to the markets.
And yet there is talk of consolidation. There has been very persistent rumor over the last few weeks that you're well on your way to buying Kurlon, and that will give you a nearly 40% share of the organized market. Can you confirm that?
So then I may not be in a position to say that, because we definitely keep evaluating. I would say that there is reasonable progress in that direction. And as far as this consolidation or any other consolidation happening in the industry, this is an outcome of, when companies are there for years together, have changes happening within themselves. So this consolidation, I would say, is not because of the environment or because of intense competition, but it is just that, you know, a time comes when you can't compete in the market only because of you yourself and not because of anything else.
But is there a fit between Sleepwell and Kurlon? I mean, is there? I'm just trying to understand if there is any fire behind the smoke.
I still go back to the sentence of saying that we are co-suppliers. There are areas where other companies are strong. There are areas where we are strong. Out of the 3-4 types of mattresses which are there, modern mattresses, we are extremely strong in one of them. On the natural products and coir products, there is somebody else who's strong. On spring, there is a third one who's strong. So I think there isn't a lot of synergies which are possible.
And I want to also ask you about the newer digital entrants, Rahul, the companies like Repose and WakeFit. What kind of a challenge do you see from them? They seem like smaller, nimbler players. Maybe they can attack you on the price front as well.
So they do, as is the want of the digital players who just want to sort of multiply by the weeks instead of taking the long time for it. Definitely. But you know, when I compare with, let's say, areas where digital marketing or digital processes or internet sales have been existing, the maximum they have reached is about 15-16%, and I would take the example of US. Though during the COVID period, that number may have gone up to about 18, 19 or 20%, but it has kind of slid back to that. So there is a balance between offline and online, and all past experiences say that the balance is about 80, 85, 15 kind of thing. In any case, it's just another way of reaching the consumer. It's not that, the product is different or